is up, everybody? Welcome to CTF Sherlin Talks Football, and happy Monday. Now, I know what you're thinking, and it has been a long time since I've done a video. Well, to be honest, there's a lot of life stuff going on that I was basically doing, so I couldn't focus on this channel. But I am happy to say that I can do videos again. I don't know how much I would do videos, but I wanted to do one today just because it's Halloween time. We're right into the football season. I'll probably make a video tomorrow talking about this week of football and trying to basically discuss everything I missed on this channel. But yeah, I just wanted to get a video out to you guys. Also, by what you can tell in the background, I have a new retro TV and I love it. So today, since it is Halloween time, I wanted to remake a video that I made my first year doing YouTube, which was last year. I wanted to make my updated Halloween candy tier list. This is a much more completed tier list than last one because the last one missed a lot of candies that are in this one, so there's going to be a lot more opinions you didn't get to see from my last video. Plus, don't be shocked that there are going to be some changed opinions because just like life itself, things change, especially with opinions, so you might see some stuff that you will agree or disagree with. But anyways, let's not waste more time. Let's get started with the tier list. Alright, so here we are at the tier list. This one's a little bit different from what we usually do. There's a lot more tiers, but it will make sense. At the top, we've got S tier slash goated. Below that, we've got A tier slash great. Below that, we've got decent or good candy, but it is good trade bait, like, because you trade candy all the time when you're in Halloween. Below that, we've got mid slash C tier. Below that, we've got D tier, which is gross, but you could trade it with somebody else if they're dumb enough. And then below that, we've got F tier slash trash. And then below that, we've got candies that I've never had because there probably are a couple of them on there that I've never had before. Alright, so let's get started with the tier list. We're going to start with a very interesting one. We've got the 100 gram bar. Now, this is a chocolate bar I always see judged based on, like, you only see it in your grandparents' home. And yes, I do agree. Like, this is the only time I see them is at your grandma's house. But they got good taste. These are a very good candy bar. It's one of the best, honestly one of the most underrated chocolate bars. It's actually really good, bro. If you're denying it, like, go to the store and try it. Like, you'll like it. Up next, we got Three Musketeers. We went from a good one to a bad one. I think these are gross, but if somebody was dumb enough, you could trade these to get something good, but these are not good at all. They're basically Snickers, but shitty. Like, they're not good candies at all, bro. Alright, up next, we got Airheads. This one has had a changed opinion a while now. I used to have it up here, then I had it down here, and then now I have it in decent or slash good. Now, don't get me wrong, these are good, and these are very good trade bait. Like, you can get some good candy trading these, but I don't really think it's my favorite. Like, I really like the flavors, especially the blue and purple ones, but it's just the texture for me. Like, it's way too sticky, it gets stuck to your teeth, and it's just not, like, the best candy to chew on, you know what I mean? Alright, up next we got Almond Joy. Now, this is the main candy where you have to love the flavor to like this candy. Like, there's people that have it up here, and then there's people that have it down here, but I am one of those people that think it's shit. It just tastes bad, dude. Like, it just doesn't taste good. Like, I'm not even a fan of almond to begin, and then just mixing it with chocolate, especially like the coconut too, like, it's not a good texture. It's not a good mix. And now that I see it, like, I'm just gonna rank Mounds already right next to it. It's basically Almond Joy but worse. Like, I'll give Almond Joy one thing. Like, I can understand why people like it, but Mounds, oh no. Like, if you like this, you really need to get your taste palette, like, checked on, because this is one of the worst candies ever invented. Alright, next, I know what these are, but I don't really know what these are called, but these are as mid as it gets. Like, they're chocolate and caramel from what I think it is, and it's just okay. Alright, next we got a plain apple. Okay, we're gonna have to make a new tier for this one. If you're somebody out there on Halloween and you hand out apples to kids, you're going to jail, because the day my future kid comes home saying that they got an apple for Halloween, I'm gonna ask where they live and I'm gonna call the cops. Alright, next we got Baby Ruth. Again, I don't like these. These are absolutely awful. Except, honestly, these are trash because I was starting to say they could be trade-worthy, but nobody trades these. Like, nobody wants a thing to do with the Baby Ruth. Like, whoever made these candies did Babe Ruth dirty. Alright, next, I forgot what these are called, but these are basically just like the chewy caramel shit. Like, these are absolutely abysmal. Like, if you hand these out, like, what are you doing? These are only candies you see in nursery homes, and nursery homes only. Like, don't hand these out. Alright, next, Please, somebody in the comments tell me what these are, because I've never seen these before and I've never had them. Alright, next we got Butterfingers. We got our first S tier of the list. I absolutely adore Butterfingers. Now, the only nitpick I have on them is that they do stick to your teeth and they are annoying to pick off your teeth. But the flavor alone and just the texture is fucking phenomenal. Like, these are one of the best candies you can ever get. If I get a Butterfingers on Halloween, I am going to be jumping for joy. Alright, next we got candy corn. I've been waiting for this one. If you've already known and seen my last video, you already know where I'm putting this. These are absolutely trash. If you hand these out on Halloween, what are you doing with your life? And even worse, if you hand out the ones with the pumpkins, like, what are you even doing, bro? Like, these are abysmal. Up next we got Milky Way, but it looks like a different flavor. It says ground apple. I've never had these before, but I'm gonna assume they taste like shit. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. Up next we got Nestle Crunch. I barely see these anymore, but I would hope these come around more because these are fantastic. Like, this is one of the best crunchy chocolates on the market. Like, these are underrated. If you give me one of these on Halloween, I'll be very happy. Up next, we got Dots. These are absolutely trash. Like, I've tried to like them a couple times now, but the texture's awful. The flavor is abysmal. And I just don't understand why anybody would hand these out to any kid on Halloween. Like, I remember picking out my Halloween candy one year, and I just had a bunch of these laying out, and nobody wanted them, or anything to deal with them, basically. Like, nobody wanted them at all. Alright, next we got Double Bubble. Honestly, these are so mid. Like, Bubble, the gum itself isn't good because the flavor of it runs out super quick. But also, don't hand out gum on Halloween. Like, what's wrong with you? Up next, we got Good and Plenty. These are absolutely trash. Honestly, you go to jail if you give these to kids. Because, for one, the flavor is awful. And two, people are going to get these mixed up with actual pills. And that's not setting a good example, dude. Like, don't hand these out. Up next, we got the Haribo Gummy Bears. These are the definition of decent. And these also are good trade bait. Because these are good gummy bears. Like, they have good flavor, but they are really small and the bags are really small, so at the same time they don't have much to offer. But if you get them, like, you're not going to be upset. Up next we got Heath. Honestly, these are super mid. Like, these are decent, but I'm not going to go out my way to get a Heath bar, or I'm not going to be excited to get them on Halloween. Like, they're okay, but they're not exciting. Alright, up next we got Hershey Kisses. This is a different one. I want to say this is like a mix of vanilla or caramel in it. Honestly, I don't remember the last time I've had these, but these are very good. Like, these are very decent. They're actually, I don't think they're good trade bait, but they are decent to have. Alright, up next we got Original Hershey Kisses. These are boring because, like, they taste good, but they're very boring candy. Like, these are only good to, like, cook shit with, but honestly, as a kid, like, the last thing you're going to think of is, oh, I get to use these to cook cookies with them, because you're not going to think of that at all. Alright, up next we got the Original Hershey Bar. These are great. Like, these are one of the best chocolates on the market. It's very simple, but the flavor is outstanding. And honestly, like, this is something I did last year, and I highly recommend it. Go buy chocolate muffins from the store, heat these up in an oven, break like one piece of the Hershey bar off and stick it in the middle. You will die, like, with happiness, dude. These are phenomenal. And then up next we got the Cookies and Cream Hershey Bar. This is one of the greatest candies ever made. Like, the flavor is outstanding. I can eat a million of those if it didn't kill me, because the flavor of those is honestly like one of the best things on the planet. Up next we got Hot Tamales. These are basically Good and Plenty, but they're also trash, and plus, like, why would you hand out spicy candy to kids? Like, what's wrong with you? Alright, next we got Jolly Ranchers. I'm not a big fan of these. Like, these are kind of gross, but they could be traded if somebody wanted them, because I can understand why some people like them. Like, the flavor of a couple of them are good, but, like, no one wants to suck on these. Nobody wants to even chew on them. It's just like, no, like, they're not that good. Alright, next we got Junior Mints. Now, one thing you will notice about me is chocolate and mint. No, like, I don't like mint in anything other than toothpaste or gum. Like, other than that, get mint out of here. I think these are trash. I don't think anybody should hand these out. Alright, next we got the Kit Kat. This is one of the most classic chocolate bars and one of the best. This could honestly be the greatest candy bar of all time. Like, It's simple. It's chocolate with a wafer bar in it, and it's delicious. Like, it's one of the best candies out there. Alright, next we got Crackle. This is basically a Hershey bar, but basically being crunchy. I think of this as the Crunch bar, except a little worse, so I'm gonna say these are decent, but these are pretty good trade bait because they are pretty good. Alright, up next we got Laffy Taffy. Some people might disagree with me hard on this, but I think these are absolutely abysmal. I think the texture of them are awful. I think the chew on them is honestly a chore, and if you hang these out on Halloween, I'm gonna be very upset. Like, these are trash, dude. Like, the flavors aren't even good. Alright, up next we got Chewy Lemon Head. Now, we'll get to regular Lemon Head soon, but I just recently tried these last year, and they're actually pretty good. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, they have a good flavor, they're not too overbearing, and they're honestly good. They're pretty addicting to try. Like, if you see them around, try it out. Like, you'll be surprised. Next we have Fun Dip. I'll put these in mid because the flavor of them are decent, but nobody's gonna want these on Halloween other than if you're like the age of 8 or younger, because they're super messy and they basically just are plain sugar, honestly. Like, they're okay. But if you do trade these with like an 8-year-old or younger, you're gonna get one of the best candies like imaginable in return, because they will trade good for this. Alright, next we've got Mallow Cup. I've never had these. I've never seen these before, but they look like Reese's Cups but shittier. I'm just gonna put them down here. Up next we got Mike and Ike's. I trashed these pretty hard in my last year's video, but I did try them again, and they're not terrible, but they're not good either. They're still gross, but there's at least one flavor that's like somewhat worth eating, but I will still go out and say don't hand these out on Halloween. Up next we got Milk Duds. I've never been a fan of these. I always saw these at the movie theaters and nobody wanted to buy them. They're basically tooth glue. Like, that's all they are. It's basically chocolate with caramel in it, and they always stuck to your teeth. Like, I don't think these are good. Alright, up next we got Milky Way. Now, I'm not the biggest Milky Way fan, but they are decent. I'll put them in mid because I don't think they're as good as the candies up here, but they're not bad either. Alright, up next we got regular M&Ms. These are really good. I don't think I can put them at like the level of these, but they are good candies. Like, you won't be upset if you get them, but you are going to wonder, like, are there better flavors out there? And I will say absolutely. We'll get to those later. Alright, next we got Mr. Goodbar. Now, these are basic. You always see these with the crackles, but the thing is, like, I'm gonna put them down here. Like, they're not that good. Like, if you like hear what they're about, they're basically Hershey bars with peanuts in them, which it sounds good. It's just like the texture's off. Like, there's something about it that's just off. Like, it could be really good if they fix something up, but like, they're not that good. Alright, up next we got Norco. What the hell are these? These look like some kind of Smarties. I feel like I've had these before, and I remember them being garbage, so I'm gonna put them down here. Alright, next we got Nerds. I've never been a fan of these. I think these are gross. I think the flavors aren't good, and they're just a mess. Like, if you want to eat these, like, in your car or somewhere, like, there's gonna be like a 90% chance that you're gonna drop these and make a mess. Like, they're not a fun candy to eat. They're honestly a chore. Alright, next we've got, what are these called? I call them Walmart Starburst because that's basically what they are, and these are absolutely abysmal. Like, the flavors are terrible, like the texture's terrible. They're basically Starburst, but terrible. Alright, next we got Payday. I remember liking these at one point, and now I'm wondering what the hell is wrong with me, because these are absolute shit. Dude, it's basically peanuts wrapped in caramel. Like, it sticks to your teeth. The flavor is awful. There's way too much salt in it. Like, no, these are awful. Alright, next we got peanut butter M&Ms. These are going in S tier. This is arguably my favorite candy of all time. Like, something about the taste and the texture of peanut butter with chocolate, like, is one of the greatest inventions ever made. I'm a big peanut butter guy, and these just do it right. Like, this is arguably the best M&M flavor of all time, and probably my favorite candy of all time. Alright, we got the Snickers peanut butter. Now, these are kind of rare to find, but if you can find them, get them, because they're just like peanut butter M&Ms to me. These are fantastic. The texture and the flavor of these are fucking immaculate. Like, these are insanely good. Alright, next we got peanut M&Ms. These are outstanding as well, except I don't think they're in the same tier as these guys right here. But these are very good, and these are elite trade bait if you don't want them. Like, you're going to get something great in return if you trade these. But if you keep them, these are a top tier, like, these are a top tier candy. These are very good. Alright, next we got quarters. You're telling me people just hand out quarters for Halloween? I've never seen that before, but if they do it, yeah, dude, money for Halloween, let's do it. Alright, next we got Raisinets. Now, I know what you're thinking. Raisins, but dude, try these. Like, they're basically raisins, but like chocolate coated like over it. It's actually good. Like, these are pretty decent. Now, I know if you're a kid, you're not going to get excited to get these, but they're actually pretty solid. Alright, next we got Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Everyone's going to have them up here. I am one of those people. They are S tier. They are one of the greatest candies ever made. Peanut butter and chocolate, like one of the best combinations ever invented. It is one of the greatest candies. Alright, next we got Reese's Pieces. If you call it Reese's Pieces, I'm gonna slap you in the face. But getting back into topic, these are mid. Like, they're basically M&Ms, but bad to me. Like, the flavor's just not there, and they're just not an exciting candy. Now, I know what you're thinking. These might not be exciting, but the thing that makes these exciting and great is the flavors. These, like, they don't have that great a flavor. Alright, next we got Ring Pops. I haven't seen these in forever, but I do know now that I would not like getting these on Halloween because the flavor is good. Like, nothing about, like, the flavor of it's bad. It's just the fact that you're basically going to have slime and shit all over your finger carrying it around. And plus, you don't know what's going to, like, bug-wise, like, that's going to get on your Ring Pop. Like, you don't want that. Alright, up next we got Runts. These are trash. Like, I don't know why anybody hands these out. The only times you see these are at local stores and like the quarter machines. Like, other than that, nobody even wants these at all. Alright, next we got Skittles. These are very good. These are one of the best candies out there. The flavor in these are fantastic. It's one of the most classic candies. Honestly, I wish the gummies were in here, and I wish like those new like foamed ones were in here, because those are really good too. I'd have the gummies in A tier as well, because the gummies are really good. And then the foamed ones, honestly, I'd probably put in B tier. Like, they're good, but they're not as good as the others. But yeah, Skittles, A tier. Alright, next we got Smarties. These are absolute trash. These are basically sugar. They're straight sugar. And plus, you already know how it is. Like, little kids are going to get in trouble for snorting these in school. And I would be lying if I said I wasn't one of them. So for that, I don't like these and I hate them. Alright, next we got Snickers. Now, this one's very interesting to me because these are great, but they are overrated. Like, these aren't like something that I would like jump out of my seat to get. But if I got them, I wouldn't be upset because they are good candy. It's just like they're not that good. Alright, next we got Sour Patch Kids. These are S tier. These are one of the greatest candies ever invented. Sour and then sweet. And the flavors are phenomenal, especially the blue one. The blue one's my favorite. And I don't see them on the tier list, but the Watermelon Sour Patch Kids, right up there with them. Up next, we got Starburst. I'm going to put them in B tier because eating these is a little bit of a chore now that I think about it. But also, there's like 2 flavors that are okay, and then 2 are really good. Like, the yellow one's mid. The orange one, in my opinion, is not that good. And then you got the other 2. The red one's really good, and then the pink one's elite. Like, you already know how great the pink one is. But overall, it's okay. Alright, up next, I really forgot what the name of these are, but I know these are absolute trash and nobody should hand these out. Alright, up next we got Sugar Daddies. I've never had these and I've never seen them. Alright, up next we got Swedish Fish. These used to be up here, now they're down here. They're still really good, but the flavor gets a little bit tiring after like a few of them. Like, I'm good for a few, like the small Halloween sized ones, but a whole bag, like, I'm good, dude. Alright, up next we got Sweet Tart. These are not good either. Like, they're a little better. Actually, no, I think they're trash. Like, now thinking about it, like, sour candy, I've never been a fan of it, and plus, just the flavor of these aren't good. And honestly, to the people that are comparing Smarties to these, like, save that shit for Reddit. Like, these are both trash. Up next, we got toothbrushes. Just like Apple and Good and Plenty. If you hand these out, you're going to jail and I'm calling the cops. Like, don't ever hand these out. Alright, up next, we got the Fruity Tootsie Rolls. These are not very good. Like, I already don't like regular Tootsie Rolls as it is. We'll get there. But, like, the fruity ones, they really don't add much. And most of the flavors taste like shit. Alright, next we got Tootsie Pops. Now, these ones are disappointing because when you get out the lollipop, like, you're excited. Especially if you get a good flavor. And then as soon as you see that Tootsie Roll chocolate in the middle, you get so disappointed. Like, for that, these are trash. Alright, up next we got Original Tootsie Roll. Now, I have a friend that absolutely adore these. But I have to be honest, these are not good. Now, I don't think they're garbage, but they're just not that good. They're just not a good flavor. and I just don't understand why people like these. Alright, next we got Twix. This is one of the greatest candies out there as well. It's chocolate, caramel, and cookie. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't like that. Like, that's elite. Alright, up next we got Twizzlers. I think these are absolutely abysmal. Like, these are one of the only candies that make me sick every single time I have them. And like, I will never eat these again. Like, these are trash. Alright, next we got Sour Punches. These are trash too. Like, I don't understand why anybody likes these. They're basically sour, but they're not even like a good sour candy. Like, they're not a good candy to chew on. Alright, up next we got Warheads. People love these, especially like the people that like sour candy, but I'm not one of them, so I'm gonna put them in gross. But I can understand why people like these, and these are pretty good trade bait if you do like sour candy. Alright, next we got Werther's Original. Like, if you saw last year's video, you already know where these are going. These are trash. I honestly put it in jail, because if you hand these out, like, you basically hate kids. Up next we got Whoppers. These are the definition of mid. Like, they're not a bad candy, it's just the flavor and the texture. Like, they're just not my favorite. Like, they're not a candy to get excited over. Like, they're just fine. Alright, up next we got York Peppermint Patty. These are trash because, like I said, with the Junior Mints, I do not like mint and chocolate together. And these just don't taste good. I understand why people like them. It's just me. I hate them. Alright, next, I've never seen these before, but just looking at the picture, I can understand what these are, and I think these would, like, suck complete ass. And I think whatever they're trying to do, they should save for ice cream, not candy. Alright, next we got Cream Egg. I've never seen these before either. I feel like I might have had it like when I was super little, but that was a long time ago, obviously. I'll put them in the middle because they do look good. I just don't know if the cream in the middle is chocolatey or caramel. Like, I don't know. Alright, up next, I've never seen these before, and I don't even know what these are. Up next, I want to say these are circus peanuts, and honestly, jail. Like, why would you hand out peanuts on Halloween, especially circus peanuts? Like, what's wrong with you? Alright, next we got Dove chocolate. I barely see these getting handed out, but I think they should get handed out more because these are really good. Like, I don't know what it is about the chocolates I see. Like, I get them mostly on Christmas, but not Halloween. But whenever I get them, I get excited because I don't know what it is. Dove flavored chocolate, like the brand of chocolate, it's really powerful flavor and it's really good. Alright, next we got Gushers. I'm gonna make a new column for this one. I'm gonna put them in good, but not for Halloween. Like, if you hand these out on Halloween, you're lazy. But honestly, I'm doing everybody a favor because I don't like fruit Gushers to begin with, but I know a lot of people love them, so that's why I'm putting them here. Alright, next we got Jelly Belly Jelly Beans. Now, I got a little beef with these. These are trash. Like, all the flavors taste like shit. And I get what they're trying to do, trying to mix up good ones with bad ones, but why would you want a bad candy? You know what I mean? And then also, like, why are these getting handed out and not Starburst jelly beans? Because Starburst jelly beans are phenomenal. Like, I only see those on Easter. Like, those should get handed out more because those are great. Alright, next we got Baby Pouches. I don't know what the exact name is, but they look like Baby Pouches, so I'm just gonna call them Baby Pouches. I don't see these get handed out anymore, but I would think they're gross because they seem just like straight sugar. Like, I don't know. Alright, next we got Chunky Reese's Peanut Butter Bars. I don't see these at all on Halloween, but these are phenomenal because they're basically just like Reese's Cups, except they have peanuts in them and they add a really good crunch to them. So yeah, these are phenomenal. Next, I've never seen these before, but they do look like Lifesavers, but just like the knockoff version. I'm just gonna put them down here because I've never had them, but I would rather just have Lifesavers. Alright, next we got pretzels. These are not the same as what are usually handed out. The ones are like jack-o'-lanterns and bats. Like, those are elite. But these ones, I'll put them in decent. Like, they're not the same. Like, they don't have the same aura as like the regular Halloween pretzels. Alright, next we got raisins. Now, you know what I said about Raisinets, that they're actually good because like they're chocolate covered, but if you hand out regular, just plain old raisins, jail. Like, what are you doing? Alright, next we got Reese's Take 5. I am so glad these are on the list because I didn't think they would. And no matter what, I was going to mention these because these are phenomenal, dude. Like, they're basically Reese's, but it has, and caramel, but it has pretzel in it as well. Like, it adds such a good crunch to them. Honestly, forget what I said about peanut butter M&Ms being my favorite candy. These are my favorite candy. These are so goddamn good. Alright, next we got Sixlets. These are mid, honestly. Like, they're not bad. Like, the flavor is there, but they're not my favorite, and I'm not going to go out of my way to get them. Alright, next, these basically look like the same as, like the caramel shit. I'm gonna put them in trash because why would anyone want that? Alright, next we got the Krabby Patties. I haven't seen these in a long time, but they're okay. I'll put them in mid. Like, they're not the most exciting thing, except if you're a big SpongeBob fan. But the flavor is just not that good. Alright, next we got Fruit by the Foot. I love these, but just like the Fruit Gushers, they're good, but don't hand these out on Halloween. If you hand these out, you're fucking lazy. Alright, next we got Fruit Stripes. I've never seen these before, but they look like shit. But I'm still going to put them in never had them because I've never had them. Alright, next we got a different kind of fun dip. I don't really know the difference between these and the other ones I just ranked. I'll put them next to the other ones. I think these are just a little different. Somebody in the comments, please let me know. Like, I would just think these are the same. Next we got Gobstoppers. Topers. I don't even know what this says. I've never had them. Up next we got Hubba Bubba. This is a pretty good gum, but I'm going to put them in good, but do not hand these out on Halloween. Like, what are you doing? Alright, next we got the Halloween Kit Kat. Now, I could be wrong, but aren't these basically just Kit Kat but orange? Gives it a little bit more aura just because it is Halloween themed, but they're basically the same as regular Kit Kats, I would think. Alright, next we got Lifesaver Gummies. These are very good. These are one of the greatest gummies out there. I'm not going to put them in S because they're not around the same as these guys up here, but they are damn close to it. Like, they're borderline. Up next we got Original Lifesavers. Now, there has been times where I've gotten these instead of the gummies, and whenever I get these instead, I get upset because the gummies are much better. So I'm going to put these in mid because I don't really care for regular. Like, I'm going to get gummies every single time. Up next, we got Pretzel M&Ms. I barely see these anymore, and it's really sad because these are one of the greatest candies ever, too. They're basically peanut butter M&Ms just without the peanut butter, but it adds a pretzel, and it's such a good crunch, and it's such a good flavor. I just don't understand why they're basically, like, fading away, like, more and more as we go. Like, they're so good. Up next, we got the white chocolate Reese's Pumpkins. I don't know why the original are on here, but these are very good. They're just Reese's, but, like, honestly, throw these in the freezer. That's where they're at best. Like, you'll be in heaven. And then, finally, we've got Rolos. These are mid, too. Like, they're not that good. They remind me a lot of Milk Duds, honestly, but I would take Rolos a little bit more because I think they have a little bit more flavor. But, yeah, they're not exciting. And there you guys have it. That was my final Halloween candy tier list. This was a very long tier list, but I think it turned out pretty good. I found out as we went there was a lot of really good candy and there was a lot of shitty candy. But let me know in the comments how you think. Like, let me know if you agree or disagree. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what your favorite Halloween candy is and let me know your least favorite. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I know I've been gone for a while. I'll try my best to get a video out tomorrow if I can, but I just want to get a video out to you guys today. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, turn on notification bells so you don't miss any of my videos whenever I post. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I hope to see you guys next time.